His name was Daniel. The ordeal he endured was something he wouldn't wish on his worst adversary. Few experiences in life can shatter a person's core, but to witness your closest friend being intimate with your spouse, in your own bedroom, in your own house, that doesn't just wound your heart, it obliterates your spirit. And it wasn't just any man. It was Lucas, his lifelong brother in all but blood. And she, Sophia, the woman for whom Daniel sacrificed everything. Naturally, they never anticipated what would unfold next. Let's rewind a few years. Daniel met Sophia roughly 4.5 years ago, through one of life's twists, or rather, his mother's scheming. Yes, she was the mastermind behind it all, working silently. Sophia appeared just as Daniel was spending a few days at his family's home in Miami. Initially, he didn't suspect a setup. He assumed they were just two strangers striking up a conversation by chance. But as hours passed, something sparked within him. It all felt too flawless. When he realized, he chuckled. Of course, this is Mom's doing, he thought. Instead of being annoyed, he chose to play along. They swapped numbers and began texting daily. Daniel worked as a consultant for a global company. Endless travel, weeks away, new cities constantly. That's why his past relationships fizzled out. But Sophia was unique. She listened. She got him. When he explained his career, she revealed his mother had already filled her in. "Your mom gave me the heads up," she said with a grin. Daniel couldn't help but laugh. There was comfort in knowing Sophia understood what she was signing up for. And still, she stayed. Months flew by, and whenever Daniel returned home, he poured his heart into her. Daily calls, constant texts, dinners when their schedules aligned. It felt like a fairy tale. His mother was thrilled. Her matchmaking had succeeded. After a year of dating, Daniel was certain. She was his forever. They married soon after. For the first 3 years of marriage, life was blissful. Sophia adapted to his lifestyle, his absences. Daniel, in turn, made up for it. Gifts, dinners at upscale restaurants, thoughtful gestures whenever possible. He even overheard her boasting on the phone about how fortunate she felt, how much her husband provided. But after their 3rd anniversary, something shifted. Daniel earned a promotion at work. A huge milestone. Yes, but it meant more flights, more meetings, less time at home. He assured her it was temporary, that he'd soon be home more. But for now, he threw himself into work, believing gifts and luxuries would suffice. After a week away, he tried to reconnect with Sophia. For a few days, things seemed normal, but then he sensed a change in her. Her smiles weren't as warm. She grew distant, detached, as if his presence irritated her. One evening, after a minor argument, Sophia said with a faint smirk, "So, when's your next trip? I kind of miss the quiet when you're gone." Daniel tried to laugh it off, assuming it was a jest, but deep down, something cracked. One morning, after hours of work on his laptop, he headed to bed. He found Sophia fast asleep, her phone beside her. He reached to lock the screen and set it on the nightstand, but a thumbnail on the display caught his eye. Instinctively, he tapped it. There they were, Sophia and Lucas, in bed, her head resting on his best friend's chest, beaming like she'd hit the jackpot. Below, a message that chilled him. "Can't wait to hold you again." Daniel felt his world collapse. He kept scrolling. Photos, texts, mirror selfies, and then videos, explicit videos, right there, in his bedroom. His sanctuary. His haven defiled by the two people he cherished most. In that moment, only clarity held him back. He knew losing control could backfire, so he gathered the evidence. He saved it, wiped the screen, and slipped into bed silently. He lay there, heart shattered, knowing nothing would ever be the same. He understood that reacting impulsively might give her leverage in court, so he restrained himself. He transferred all the photos and videos to his phone. When done, he wiped her screen and placed her phone back. Then he lay down, awaiting dawn, knowing everything had changed. He barely slept that night. His mind replayed the images endlessly. He wasn't sure when exhaustion overtook him. But when he woke, Sophia was in the kitchen brewing coffee, acting as if it were any other day. He approached, forcing a calm tone. "So, what do you do when I'm away?" he asked. She listed routine things. Binge-watching shows, meeting friends, scrolling social media. It all sounded ordinary. But inside, he was containing a storm of pain and rage. Then he locked eyes with her and asked, "Does that include sleeping with my best friend?" She froze, no immediate reply. The silence grew heavy. Then, with a defiant tone, she snapped, "What are you talking about?" Her defense was instant, as if he'd accused her of the unthinkable. He took a deep breath and said, "Unlock your phone." Her eyes narrowed. "Why would you need to see my phone?" she asked icily. He repeated his request calmly. She refused. "You don't get to control me." She stood firm, shaking her head. He nodded slowly. "Fine." Then he pulled out his phone, opened the folder with all the photos and videos of her and Lucas in their bed. He held it up. "Explain this." She stared at the screen, silent, no denial, no apology. She only asked, "Where did you get those?" He couldn't believe her audacity. No remorse, no shame, just damage control. He inhaled, heart in pieces. "I'm leaving," he told her. "But if I return in a few days and you're still here, I swear these photos and videos will go public." And then he saw her crack. Tears streamed down her face. She mumbled incoherently, but he didn't stay to hear it. He dressed quietly and left for work, leaving it all behind. As soon as he stepped out, the weight of it all hit him like a dense fog. He couldn't stay a moment longer. He immediately called his lawyer. He needed his next moves to be calculated. When he shared what he'd uncovered, his lawyer listened quietly, then revealed something unexpected. They lived in North Carolina, where he could sue Sophia's lover for alienation of affection. It sounded complex, but essentially he could hold Lucas accountable for wrecking his marriage. With evidence in hand, he felt a sliver of control. He told his lawyer to move forward. He needed to reclaim his ground. Soon after, Sophia reached out. She didn't want the scandal public, so she agreed to his divorce terms. He wanted no ties to her, just a clean break. But one thing was non-negotiable. He wouldn't let Lucas walk away unscathed. Despite her pleas to drop the lawsuit, he refused. Her begging changed nothing. Lucas had destroyed his trust, his marriage, and a part of him he feared he'd never regain. He stopped believing apologies or tears could fix it. This was reality, and he'd see it through. That night when he first saw those photos and videos, something inside him shattered. It wasn't just Sophia's betrayal. He'd lost two people at once, the two he trusted most. The worst part was wondering how long they'd deceived him, how they'd used his home, his bed, for something so vile. His bedroom, once his retreat, now felt tainted, poisoned, as if the walls echoed their betrayal, making it impossible to breathe there. When his mother learned the truth, he saw her pain, but instead of rage, she blamed herself. "I just wanted to help you," she said. "I thought Sophia was the one." Her words cut deeper. She'd only wanted his happiness, but felt she'd led him to a woman incapable of loyalty after 4 years. The pain wasn't his alone. It spread to his family, those who cared for him. Before I close, here are lessons from my experience. 1, trust is vital. You must trust, but choose wisely who earns it. 2, love is strong, but it can blind you. Don't ignore red flags, no matter how painful. And 3, always heed your gut. That inner voice exists for a reason. If something feels off, don't dismiss it. I wish I'd listened sooner. Now I want to hear from you. If you were in my shoes and uncovered this betrayal, what would you do?